Am I a rich person? Sometimes I look at other people's lives and quietly ask myself one question. Am I a rich person? When I see someone living in a beautiful house, driving an expensive car, wearing things they never need to, check the price of something inside me becomes small. And almost without noticing, I begin measuring my own worth with numbers. The amount in my bank account, my monthly income, the things I own, the things I still cannot afford. And very easily, I arrive at a quiet conclusion. Maybe I am not rich, but the longer I live, the more people I meet, the more pain I witness, the more I realize that this question is far deeper than it first appears. Because being rich has never only been about money. Yes, money matters. No one who has truly struggled would ever deny that. Money can pay for treatment. It can protect a family from fear. It can create choices. It can soften certain kinds of suffering. There is nothing romantic about financial hardship. When you have worried about bills, tuition fees, hospital costs, or whether there will be enough tomorrow, you understand that money carries real weight. So yes, material wealth matters. But even then, it is still not the full definition of richness. Because some people have everything money can buy yet live with an emptiness that money cannot touch. They can afford comfort but cannot buy peace. They can travel anywhere but still feel they belong nowhere. They are surrounded by people yet deeply unseen. Their lives shine brightly from the outside while inside something remains painfully dark. So maybe before asking, am I rich, we should ask more carefully, what kind of richness am I talking about? There is one kind of wealth that the world easily recognizes: material wealth. Having enough to live with dignity, enough to support your loved ones, enough to breathe without constant fear. That is real wealth, and it deserves respect. But there are other forms of wealth that are quieter and sometimes far more precious. There is emotional wealth. If there is still someone waiting for you at home, someone who notices your silence, someone who can hear your voice and know immediately that something is wrong, then perhaps you are wealthier than you think. If you still have someone before whom you do not need to pretend, someone beside whom you can be tired, imperfect, human, that is wealth. Because outside, there are many people who can buy expensive dinners, but have no one to sit across from. Many who own luxury but cannot call any place home. Loneliness is one of the most expensive forms of poverty, and many people only realize that after they have gained so much and still feel empty. There is also another kind of wealth, the wealth of time. It sounds simple, but time may be one of the rarest riches of all. Some people earn greatly but cannot sit down for one peaceful meal. Some succeed publicly, but have no time left for their children, their parents, their own soul. If you still have moments to walk slowly, to watch the sky, to finish a book, to rest, without guilt, to sit quietly beside someone you love, then you hold something many people are desperately losing. And then there is health. We often do not realize how rich we are until the body begins to fail, until a hospital room appears, until test results become frightening, until breathing, walking, sleeping peacefully is no longer something automatic. To wake up without pain, with strength still inside your body, with eyes that still see clearly, with a heart still beating steadily, that is wealth. A kind of wealth people rarely celebrate until it begins to disappear. And there is another richness, still inner wealth. Some people do not own much yet carry a remarkable abundance inside. They know how to be grateful. They know how to survive sorrow without becoming bitter. They know how to fall without losing themselves. They know how to forgive others and eventually themselves. Inner wealth does not belong to those who never suffered. Very often it belongs to those who have suffered deeply and still chose softness. Those who walk through disappointment without becoming cruel. Those who learn that peace is a luxury of its own. There are people rich in knowledge, rich in wisdom, rich in experience, rich in freedom of mind. Rich because they still wake up, feeling their life has meaning. Rich because after all they have lost, they did not lose kindness. But the world usually teaches us to notice only one kind of wealth, the kind that photographs well. A house, a car, a vacation, a luxury object. We see what can be displayed, but very few people show that they had a real conversation with their mother today. Very few post that after years of pain they finally slept peacefully. Very few announce that they forgave their past. And yet these things may hold greater value than many visible possessions. That is why many people live inside abundance while believing they are poor. Not because life gave them too little, but because they only keep looking at what is missing. Comparison has made many hearts feel poor. There will always be someone richer, more successful, more admired, more visible. But what we see is often only the surface. Every life carries hidden costs. Some smiles are expensive. Some achievements were purchased with loneliness. Some perfect appearances hide very private battles. So perhaps instead of asking, "Why don't I have what they have?" we should ask, "What do I already have that I have become too used to noticing?" Maybe you do not have great wealth, but your parents are still alive. Maybe you do not own a house, but there is still a place where someone opens the door for you. Maybe you are not extraordinary in the world's eyes, but there are still a few people who truly love you. Maybe you are not where you dream to be, but you still have time, strength, a chance to begin again. Maybe life hurt you, but it did not take away your ability to love. Is that poverty, or is that a quiet form of wealth that many only understand after losing it? Some people only realize how rich they were after health is gone, after parents are gone, after love is gone, after peace disappears. Perhaps one of life's deepest tragedies is not simply lacking, but having so much and failing to see it. We often imagine wealth as something waiting in the future. When I earn more, when I own more, when I become more. But perhaps some forms of wealth are already here, in ordinary mornings, in simple meals, in people who stayed, in wounds that healed, in the quiet fact that your heart still hopes. Real wealth is not always adding more. Sometimes it is keeping what still matters, keeping your health, keeping your dignity, keeping someone you love, keeping your softness in a hard world. And sometimes wealth means learning to releasing unnecessary competition, releasing the pressure to prove your worth, releasing the habit of measuring yourself through someone else's life. Because only then can you finally see how much is already in your hands. So, am I a rich person? Maybe the answer no longer depends only on money. Maybe it depends on how much peace remains in me, how many people I still love, how much honesty I still carry, how much gratitude I still feel, how much life still lives inside me. And if I look carefully, perhaps I will realize I am not as poor as I once believed. Maybe I am not rich in the way the world praises loudly, but perhaps I am rich in the quiet ways life rarely announces. Rich in a home, rich in memories, rich in lessons, rich in resilience, rich in people who stayed, rich in mornings I can still begin again. Because in the end, real wealth may not mean having everything. It may simply mean recognizing what you already have before life teaches you its value through loss. And perhaps maturity begins the moment we stop asking, "What am I missing?" and gently begin asking, "How many things I once prayed for are already here?" Because sometimes we do not know we are rich. Not because life gave too little, but because we became too focused on what is absent to notice what is full.